Right now, fossil fuels provide 80% of that energy, and they're still growing despite a century of alternatives. So when you see it from that perspective, that the livability of the planet depends on having cost-effective energy globally, and fossil fuels provide the overwhelming majority of it, and they're still growing, you have to think there's something special about these. And you should be terrified of the prospect of losing it, because it really means losing all of these machines, including the machines that produce food, that produce clothing, that produce shelter, that are involved in medical care, and that free up all our time so we can have medical care. So I just want people to see, if you see how amazing the fossil fueled world is, again, regardless of what you're concerned about with the side effects, which we could talk about, you need to be terrified of losing the benefits. And again, we're seeing even a tiny little fractions of reducing fossil fuels in terms of people getting their way. It's already horrific, already threatening starvation, already making Europe afraid of the winter, which is such an embarrassment to be afraid of, particularly in a world that you say is too hot. Like you're afraid of winter in a world that's allegedly too hot. Yeah, so it's the versatility and the scalability of fossil fuels, and the fact that nothing is resembling them today is so important. And then it's particularly important, even more important, when you realize, oh, most of the world doesn't use anywhere near as much energy as we do and would like to. So 6 billion people use an amount of energy that you and I would consider totally unacceptable in our lives. 3 billion people use less electricity than a typical US refrigerator does. A third of the world uses wood and animal dung for heating and cooking. So we have an energy-starved world that its current state needs to get a lot better, and its current amazing state depends on the value fossil fuels uniquely provide. And we're not factoring in those benefits at all. Of course, we're going to make horrific decisions, and we're just getting started. So net zero in my world, in my view, should not be discussed in civilized company as a thing, as an idea.